Take the measurements, write that down. Keep that up for 4 weeks. Do not waver. And you will see the results. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter what the activity is, as long as it's movement and it's something that's getting you moving and getting your heart pumping, just stick at it. Tell yourself, I'm not going to stop. Like, for me, I'm not going to stop doing ab exercises until this belly fat is gone. There's no two ways about it. Hello ladies, and welcome to Love to Be Active. I'm Keisha, the fitness coach, and this is where we educate ourselves on fitness, fat loss and nutrition. And as you can see, today is our hula hooping session. And what we're going to do is 15 minutes of hula hooping. So if you have one at home, grab it, join me. Now I'm not going to play any music in the background because it's an opportunity for you to grab your playlist, listen to 15 minutes of your favorite tunes, but I will be giving you some teaching points at the same time. Now 15 minutes, I've chosen that time because I've got about 30 minutes before I have to go and collect my older children from school. My youngest has gone for a nap, and ladies, especially as single parents, we have to fit in our workout where we can. So let's get into it. 15 minutes. And you'll see that I'm looking at my screen here because I wrote down some teaching points that I want to share with you. So let's start off. If you're an absolute beginner to hula hooping, or if you haven't brought a hula hoop and you're starting out, what you want to do is get a large hoop. So just like my hoop, when I stand it next to me, it comes up to about waist height. That means, just like you can see, you can get a slow rotation. All I'm simply doing right now is just moving my hips from left to right, left to right. More intermediate level, you can do circles round, when you really want it to work the core. But when you're starting out, just focus on left to right or forwards and backwards. And the aim is just keeping it up. If it falls down, that's absolutely fine. You pick it back up, you go again, you watch your timer, and you get your workout in. Already, I can feel that I'm getting a bit breathless, so that is great. It means my heart is pumping. So, choosing the right hoop, we already discussed that. Now this is a weighted hoop. This weighs 1 kilo. And I think you can get some up to 1.5 kilograms, which is great. I got this one from Amazon, arrived very easily, and I enjoy using it. I haven't hula hooped for a few months now, and it's something that when I started to take my exercising seriously and made sure that I exercise every day, it was the first core exercise that I started to do because it's fun. I love it. I'm able to listen to music. And I always think that's important when you're wanting to work out, when you're wanting to exercise, to choose something that you enjoy, something that's fun, something that makes you smile. And for me, hula hooping is perfect because it's something that I can do with the children. My 2 older children are girls, and of course, seeing me hula hooping, automatically they wanted one, so I brought them one. And we used to do it together, not so much. A lot of the times this is behind my headboard, but I keep it in a place that I can see it, so that when the inkling's there or when I feel like I want to move or dance, I can get the hula hoop out and do a little session. All right, so let's go back to some more teaching points. So basic positioning, feet shoulder width apart. At the moment, mine is wider than shoulder width apart, which I think probably makes it even easier, because what you notice is the closer you bring your feet in, the more you have to work your hips to keep it going, and the more of a circular motion that you find you have to do to keep the hula hoop up. So as I was saying before, you could simply just go forward, back, but if my feet are close together, I find that I really have to work my core and work the muscles in the upper part of my legs, which is great if that's what I'm going for, but I want to keep this up for 15 minutes. So feet shoulder width apart for me is absolutely perfect. You want to keep your knees soft as well. So my knees aren't dead straight, makes it even harder. Keep them nice and soft. You can have a bounce. As a complete beginner, what you can do, that is super easy. have one foot out front and just simply do your front to back motion. Front to back, and you're simply just transferring the weight. And like for me now, when I'm speaking, sometimes it drips down. Let me let it drop, but you can just bring it back up, which is one of the good things about having a larger hoop. You can do that. The smaller ones, you're going to be ricocheting around the place. Good for workout, but not good if you want to do a continuous rotation of your hoops and go on for 10-15 minutes, even go on for 30 minutes. Some evenings I'm here in my living room, as I am now, do 30 minutes when I'm watching some trash TV, make it worth my while. And it doesn't feel like 30 minutes, it goes by so quickly. So let's talk about some of the benefits of hula hooping. So it burns calories. You can burn up anywhere between 200 and 400 calories by hula hooping for 30 minutes. It helps to build core strength in an easy way, and it boosts your cardiovascular fitness as well, and your coordination. As you can hear, I'm a bit breathless because it's working my cardiovascular system, and that's what you want in a good workout. And coordination, because right now, even though I'm speaking to you, I am sending the signals for my hips to keep moving. And there's different ways that you can add coordination to it. My screen's just about to go dim. You could do things like add some arm rotations as well. Okay, I can really feel that the two sides of my brain are going north, east, south, and west right now, trying to figure out how to keep this up. Even worse if I want to stop it and go the other way as well. So there's little things that you can do, you know, you can do some up, downs, add more coordination to it, and add a bit of an arm workout as well. So why hula hooping is great for women? It's great for us because often we carry the majority of our body fat, just as I do, around our abdomen. Ooh, ooh, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. I was trying to show you the fat profile, but around our abdomen and around our hips, which is all the right places we need it, you know, if we're bearing children, right? And some love handles, it's there just for that. But we don't want to carry too much fat around our midsection. You know, it heightens our risk of developing diseases just by having an excess of body fat, especially belly fat. So lower belly fat is lower in the lower region, of the belly, is often where stress hormones are stored. We call it a mummy pouch, a lot of us, don't we? That pouch that we can't seem to shift for years and years. A lot of that is stress related, hormone related, inflammation related. On that note, I am currently doing some research and putting some material together to share with you a anti-inflammatory diet or foods which are great to fight inflammation. So please look out for that. And of course I will post it on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and TikTok as well. Because the better we educate ourselves, ladies, on the whys we should eat certain things, the reason why we shouldn't eat certain things, the reason why we should exercise, and why it's vital. It's not just something, you know, when you have time for it. My trousers are starting to slip down. But there's nothing I can do. I'm 10 minutes in and I want to keep it up. But once we educate ourselves on why, I think that the doing, the implication, for me, it helps to make it a habit, because I know it's vital, it's important for me to do these things for my health and for me to be the best me for those around me, for my children, my family, for my community, all of these facets that are important to me. So I'm trying to share that here on Love to Be Active. Hula hooping improves circulation and it tones the midsection as well, including the lower abs. And it helps to strengthen this area. Doing that helps to improve posture as well, so that's good. I definitely could work on some postural improvements. and also improves pelvic health. I guess because we're keeping it nice and nimble. So let's scroll down to my next page, and I'll go through these ones because I think I've got about 3 minutes left. So, mind and muscle connection. So don't just spin, think about using your lower abs as well and your obliques. It's called the mind-muscle connection. So you send all of the right signals to the muscles that you want to work. So you're intentional with your movement. And you get benefited even more. For me personally, I train with weights. And if I just look at my checklist of movements that I need to do, of lifts that I need to do, I can do it, yeah. But I will struggle more if I do not activate the mind-muscle connection. For example, if I'm doing a squat lift, a lift where I squat down, come up, and then lift above my head, lift the weights above my head. If I tell myself to activate the muscles in my arms, the muscles in my legs, you know, engage the core, engage the glutes, shift your weight to your heel, it comes in like nothing. You know, I can do far more reps when I'm sending the correct signals to the muscles that are being worked. And that's the magic really to exercise, that is. It's really mind over matter, even with exercise. So this is something you can add to your fat loss plan. Obviously, fat loss, ladies, you know, it's diet. It's 80% diet, it's 20% exercise. It's eating the foods that you know are benefiting your fitness goal. If it's a fat loss goal, you want to be accompanying your weight training, so your weightlifting, which could be body weight, it could be with dumbbell, barbell, it could be with a couple cans of beans, as long as you've got some weight and you're integrating the weight into movement, that's a workout there. If alongside that, you're pairing that with a high protein, I'm plant protein myself because I don't eat meat, but I eat fish. If I get a high amount of protein in, protein is great for muscle repair and getting those amino acids in as well. Because remember, when we're exercising, ladies, we're breaking down the muscle. Right now in this movement that I'm doing, I'm working my abdomen, working the obliques, but it's essentially breaking down that muscle because I'm overworking it. The 1 kilo weight, it's putting a bit of a strain on it, you know, more than the clothes that I would be wearing there and moving around doing daily movement. So it's breaking down the muscle. So upping my protein aids the repair of muscles. You want to up your fiber. Your fiber is your fruits, your vegetables, which you can eat in surplus. Me, I'm a foodie, and I know when there's an option to eat to my heart's content, like food galore, big smiles for me. So knowing that I could eat an endless amount, or I tell myself that an endless amount of fruits and vegetables, that's great. And that's what you do. That's like your cannon fodder. That's for you to stay full. And you're doing that in a healthy way. You know, ordinarily we may have carbs, sweating now. Carbs is our filler. So you make that transformation to make your fiber your filler. And then you want healthy fats as well. Fats are great. Healthy fats. So for example, avocado, the healthy fats in that help your body to better absorb all of the essentials, the vitamins and the minerals that you are getting from the protein and from the fiber. So just bear that in mind. High fiber, high protein, a nice amount of healthy fats, and just shy away from anything that's in a packet and it's not packeted just for multiplication purposes. For example, a bag of oranges or a net of oranges, they're netted because they're selling you it in multiples. But if it's something that's in a packet that you're reading the ingredients, and the ingredients you can't just pop to your corner shop and get, you don't need it. Especially if you're fat, if your goal is to lose fat, not especially if you're fat, ladies. I was going to incorrectly say, especially if your fat loss goal is to start to see improvement, you know, as a matter of immediacy. Within days, you can see improvements just by leaving out these ultra processed foods, with these trans fats. I read an interesting piece the other day that a lot of the cooking fats that we use, you know how long their shelf life is? Well, they last in our bodies for longer. They've done a study and found that Many of the cooking oils that we use, they'll stay in your system for 2.5 years, up to 3 years, some of them. Can you imagine the damage that that is doing and the blockages that that can help to facilitate? It's all about making choices that contribute to your fitness goal. Now we're around about the 15-minute mark. There's so many teaching points that I didn't share, but that means that we can do another hula hooping video. But if anything, one thing I will say is to track. Ooh, let's get it up, let's get it up. There we go. So track your progress, track your progress. I'm very wary to not use the word weight loss. I use fat loss because losing weight isn't always a healthy thing, but losing fat is, especially if you're trading fat for muscle. So instead of looking at the scale, every minute, every hour, every day, get yourself a tape measure, measure the key areas, get it, measure just above your belly button, your navel, take that measurement, mark it down. Measurements of your arms, at the highest part of your bicep muscle, and your leg as well, the widest part of your thigh, just below the groin area. Write those down. Eat well, move more. Do what you enjoy with movement. If hula hooping isn't for you, don't bother with it. Find something else that you enjoy. Do that for a week. Take your measurements again, write them down. Do it for another week. Take the measurements, write that down. Keep that up for 4 weeks. Do not waver. And you will see the results. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter what the activity is, as long as it's movement and it's something that's getting you moving and getting your heart pumping, just stick at it. Tell yourself, I'm not going to stop. Like, for me, I'm not going to stop doing ab exercises until this belly fat is gone. There's no two ways about it. And if I'm doing something and I'm noticing after 4 weeks, do you know what, I haven't seen a change, I'm going to try something else. And if it's after an 8-week period I haven't seen a change, I'm going to try something else, because there is an infinite amount of possibilities that I can venture into to reach my goal. So think about that. Thank you very much for joining me. Let me know if this has inspired you to get a hula hoop. Message me any questions that you may have about achieving your fitness goal, about fat loss, about nutrition. Please do so. Thank you very much for watching. I am Keisha the Fitness Coach. This is Love to be Active.